Dr. Seuss once said, the more that you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you will go. And what about listening to stories? Good afternoon, everyone, and a warm welcome to all present for today's program. Irrespective of age, we all love listening to stories. Every new person or people we meet has a story to tell. The Reading Partnership was an initiative taken by our principal, Mam Shaha, who has always motivated and guided young minds to fall in love with books and make reading an integral part of their education and life. Many say it's the most wonderful time of the year. Can someone tell me why? Anyone? Why do you think it's the most wonderful time of the year? Yes, Adrija?
I think it is the most wonderful year because Christmas is close to our day and New Year is also close.
Lovely, fantastic, absolutely. Christmas is approaching. So, this afternoon we have a lot of surprises. On that note, let me introduce our first tale teller. He is a passionate dancer and loves reading fictional books. He is at present gearing up to tell all of you a story. Ready for it? Let's welcome Ayansh Sinha from 3C.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Ayan Sinha from class 3C. Today, I'm going to tell you the story Olive the Other Reindeer. Every day, Olive took her daily dog walk. Winter, spring, summer, or fall. Today was a winter's day. It was the holidays! Yippee! There was music playing outdoors. People were singing along. All of the other reindeer. La 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 la. Olive was too shy to sing. She just hummed. Back at her doghouse, she was wrapping presents and listening to the radio. She heard the same song again. All of the other reindeer. When the song Olive the other reindeer, she sang along. Olive, reindeer, I thought I was a dog. Boo, 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 boo. I must be a reindeer, thought Olive. It was the time of the year when all reindeer reported to the North Pole to help Santa Claus. I do want to help Santa, and here I go. She got there just in time. Santa was checking the list for the second time. Elves were busy helping the reindeer and loading the sleigh with presents for all the good boys and girls. Everyone was getting ready to go. Olive took her place. Santa noticed a little dog in the lineup. Santa knew dogs can't fly, but still Santa decided to give Olive a chance. Comet, the biggest reindeer, used a piece of extra ribbon to make sure Olive was tied, safe, and tight. Now they started flying. Olive was surprised how easy it was to fly. The other reindeer were busy looking at Olive and they crashed into a too tall tree. Ho, ho, ho! Oh dear, my sleigh is stuck in this tree. I will have to cut it free, said Santa. I have to do something to help Santa. I will chew all the sticks to make sure everyone is out of trouble, said Olive. Boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Thank you, Olive, said Santa. They had not traveled far when Olive's nose began to twitch. She smelled trouble. It was the smell of gumdrop candies falling from the sleigh. She barked at Santa. Boo, 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 boo. Santa steered the reindeer down and around so that all the gumdrops fell plop, plop, plop back into the toy sack. We were very lucky not to lose a single gumdrop, thought Olive. Then she heard a musical note. Eee! She spun around the string to see the night sky full of falling flutes. She howled loudly. Ow! 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 Hoo, hoo, hoo! First gumdrops and now flutes. That tree must have torn a hole in my sleigh. Prepare for an emergency landing, Santa instructed. The sleigh landed in a snowy field full of flutes. Luckily, Olive was very good at fetching sticks. It is something dogs love to do. Before Santa finished patching the hole in the sleigh, Olive had returned every single flute back to the sack. Hoo, hoo, hoo! We are ready to go, said Santa. They were getting late, but after a while, all the good children received their presents. Now, Santa and his team headed home. They were almost home when they got caught up in the dreaded North Pole fog. The reindeers slowed down. The fog was as thick as a pillow. It made everyone sleepy. Then Santa remembered dogs are expert smellers. Olive, I would hate to be late for breakfast. Mrs. Claus has planned a parade of cookies for us. You can smell them, can't you? Olive could smell the cookies. Yummy. Olive, won't you be guarding the sleigh this morning? Asked Santa. Olive moved to the front of the reindeer. Olive smelled the cookies and guided them home. The elves sang out a cheer. Hooray! Hooray! Santa, reindeer, and the little doggy are back. Back at the North Pole, it was a glorious morning. After eating lots of good food, it was time to open presents. Yay! The reindeer got jump ropes, elves got toy trains, and do you know what Olive got? She got her very own reindeer antlers. Olive was accepted by Santa and the reindeers. Now, everyone went out to play reindeer games. So friends, this story tells us about acceptance and friendship. I hope you all enjoyed it. Wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you.
Thank you, Ayansh. You narrated the story very well. Children, we all have our own collection of stories. Stories that we have heard from our grandparents and parents, and also stories that we have read in books. And when we meet our friends, we share our stories with them. There are stories that make us feel happy. Some stories make us sad. And some stories entertain us. Ayansh's story was a happy and entertaining story. I enjoyed it a lot. And I'm sure you enjoyed it too. Did you enjoy the story, children?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Back to the story. Now, coming back to the story, we all know Olive was a doggy and she helped Santa. So now you will tell me how Olive helped Santa. You raise your hands, children. How did Olive help Santa? Okay, Keshav. Keshav, please tell us how Olive helped Santa.
Ma'am, according to the story, I have seen a lot of scenes in Olive had always helped in emergencies while traveling, and he helped that the delivery of presents didn't get late. They delivered the gifts before Christmas. So he, like, for example, in the story, he mentioned that he just helped them reach home that back to the North Pole by the Olive's help. Olive smelled the cookies, and dogs have a great sense of smell. And also, he also remind to bark at Santa to remind him that the gifts were falling down, and if they were too late, they would waste too much time just picking them up. So he saved time for Santa. He helped him
Very
in
good.
those ways.
Very good. Netik, you want to add something to it?
Yes, ma'am. One more
Yes.
thing I want to tell that Olive is a very kind deer.
Olive was a doggy.
Yes. And he was a very kind doggy. He would try to that if the gifts just fall down, he can just take the gifts. But he didn't do that. He just told the Santa that some gifts are falling down.
Some gifts fell down, and what did Olive do?
Kind dog. Kind dog
And
and very good dog.
Olive was a very kind dog, and she helped Santa. She helped Santa and the reindeer. When their sleigh got stuck in the tree, Olive helped them to come out of it. And then Olive also picked up the gumdrops, isn't it? And what else did Olive pick up? Yes, Riyansh. What else did Olive pick up?
The Olive here was very helpful.
Olive was very helpful, and he also sniffed the way and helped Santa and the reindeer reach home, isn't it? Yes or no? So we all know that Christmas is around the corner. And so what do we do during Christmas, children? What do we do? Yes, children, it's a time of celebration, isn't it? Yes or no?
Ma'am, I am having some network issues. Can I keep my video off?
Yes, you can switch your video off.
Thank you,
But
ma'am.
so we all know that Christmas is a time of celebration and exchanging gifts. But don't forget books, children. They make our life meaningful. You can gift your friend a book and motivate him or her to read. And you too, please read books so that when we come back, we can share the stories with everyone. Do you agree with me or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Coming back to the story, children, Santa gave gifts to all the good boys and girls. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
And did Santa give Olive anything? Did Santa give Olive anything?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
What did Santa give Olive?
Reindeer hairband.
Reindeer
Reindeer hairband.
hairband.
Reindeer.
Santa gave
Ma'am, reindeer hairband.
Santa gave Olive reindeer's antlers. Antlers, a pair of antlers.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes,
And why
ma'am.
did Santa give them to Olive? Why did he give
Because he helped the Santa.
he helped Santa and the
He
reindeer
always helps
accepted him. Isn't it? Santa and the reindeer accepted him. So it was quite interesting. You all enjoyed the story? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am. I love the story very much.
You enjoyed the story very much. So are you ready for another story now?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we will have our next story. And before that, I will introduce our next narrator. Our next narrator, children, is Sriaditha Adhikari. She is a student of class 4, section B. And Sriaditha is an avid reader, and she strongly believes today a reader, tomorrow a leader. She is very passionate about reading. Sriaditha is fond of listening to stories and narrating them as well. I guess that's her way to connect with people. Over to Sriaditha now.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Sriaditha Adhikari from Class 4B. Today, I'm going to narrate a beautiful story. The Lost Letter by Kalena Rourke. On the night before Christmas, our story takes wings as snow softly falls on the town of Hope Springs. But the light from a window is close and warming. Inside, a young spaceman is busily writing. At last, with his letter to Santa complete, Henry Fedlin ran out to the street to make sure his house would be seen from the sky. In case Father Christmas forgot to drop by. One house in the neighborhood, though, remained dark. No light, no candles, not so much as a spark. How gloomy your residence, spoiling the view. Oh, no, it just wouldn't do, figured Henry. Henry was only too eager to share. But the lady who answered the door was rude and quite unprepared about what would happen next. There stood Henry, delighted to help, though he had not been invited. So he began sharing the cheer of Christmas until the old girl made her feelings quite clear. Even now, when the lady sat sipping her tea, Henry was out implementing Plan B. From above, a powdery cloud of gas came Henry, his bird, and the top of the tree. Disheartened, Henry gazed down at the broken pieces of the picture. Was the girl one of the old lady's niece? Or maybe her daughter? The lady just smiled and told him the tale of a sad, lonely child, alone in the world with no sisters or brothers. The girl longed for a friend. So one Christmas Eve, she sent for a letter. Dear Santa, please bring me a friend. But nobody answered. That poor girl's request, explained the old lady. You probably guessed that I was the child, which is why I told you, forget about Santa. He doesn't exist. Henry thought. The old lady just wanted a friend. What was the point of sending his letter? So he settled down sadly and silently left. Inside the mansion, already regretting her words to the boy. Oh no, what did I say to the boy? Suddenly, she saw a little curious bird trying to say something. A dusty old envelope fell to the ground. The lady was sure she had seen it before. Perhaps it was stuck in the chimney and sent all these years, she thought, and almost reduced to tears. So she lit the fire first time after a fretful night. The lady's letter was ought to be joined by another, Henry's letter too. Two letters could fire in the chimney, two wishes began. They raised up like a glittering and magical sparkling light. Still sad, unhaunted of his pointless celebration, young Henry woke up to the worst Christmas ever. However, he saw the present Santa had left for them in the night. It was not only Henry whose wish had come true. The old lady's Christmas was wonderful too. Now she knew her letter was so valuable. Her simple request for a friend had been granted by Santa. It's never too late. Wishes come true. Hopes bring them true. Message received, Santa. Over and out. Wish all of you a very happy Merry Christmas and a very happy New Year. Thank you.
Thank you, Sriaditha. That was beautifully narrated. I'm sure this Christmas many of you have some wish or the other. Do you all have you all written Santa letters? How many of you have written letters to Santa this Christmas? Can someone, Manvi, do you mind sharing what you wanted, what you want from Santa this Christmas?
I want happiness for my parents and my small little brothers. Only I need happiness for my family members, and I also be happy when I will love my parents and they are my sunshine.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's wonderful. One more. How about Alena? What did you ask Santa for this Christmas?
Ma'am, I asked Santa for
This
every
is for happiness. Happiness and just one toy train.
Happiness and one
Toy train.
toy train. Oh, wow. So where are you going to travel in your toy train? Where do you want to go?
Wherever I want.
Wherever you want. Wonderful. Very good. Okay. So we have heard two stories so far. Do you want me to stop here or do you want to listen to one more story?
one more story.
One more story.
One more story.
And please, one more story.
All right. So I'm going to ask Santa to send one more tale teller. Okay. Ready? Now, our next little tale teller who's coming in to tell all of you a story is a true nature lover. She loves reading and loves weaving wonderful stories through her shining colors of imagination. Can anyone tell me who it is? No? I'm sure you don't know. So I'm going to introduce Anaya Khan from 3E.
Good afternoon to all present here. I'm Anaya Khan of Class 3E will tell you a Christmas story. The Lost Gift by Kelly George. One windy Christmas Eve. Four little animals found a present that had toppled over Santa's sleigh. Look what I found, said the deer. It's a Christmas present, said the rabbit. He'll be back for it, groaned the squirrel. The others nodded. The animals were waiting for their friends, polar bear and walrus. I don't think they will be able to make it, groaned the squirrel. What about Santa? Said the deer. Why has he not come yet? Is he also scared of the melting snow? Melting snow? Asked Bird. Yes, melting snow because of global warming, said the deer. Indeed, said the rabbit. If we don't start taking care of our environment, then due to global warming, all the ice will melt. And our friends, polar bear and walrus, will lose their home. Isn't that sad? All right, groans the squirrel. What are we going to do with this present? I can see a tag on it, said the rabbit. It's for the new baby at the farm, said the bird, reading the tag. Oh no! Now the new baby won't get a gift. You gulped the deer. Who cares? Groaned the squirrel. Santa cares? Said the rabbit. Do I look like Santa to you? Said the squirrel. But Boy was already off, making a sleigh to carry the present. La 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 la. The animals started their long and difficult journey to deliver the present. It was way past their bedtime, and they were very hungry and tired. Yet, they did not give up. Clop, 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 when the tears whoosed as he pulled the sleigh. Phew! Finally, They delivered the present to the baby who was crying for it. They hid behind the porch and stared through the window. The baby stared back and was smiling at them. The baby was happy with the rattle she received. She played on. As the animals returned home, they were hungry and exhausted, but also very happy as they brought joy to the baby. Much to their surprise, there was another gift waiting for them. No, not again. Board read the tab. For my animal helpers, Merry Christmas. Love, Santa. Oh, it's for us, said the deer. Really? Wondered the squirrel. But how did he know? Asked the squirrel. Santa always knows, said the rabbit. Oh, how much I wish Polar Bear and Walrus could be a part of this adventure, said the bird. Yes, I agree. So this Christmas, let us take a pledge to save our environment from global warming by planting more trees and by conserving energy, said the rabbit. So friends, hope you all enjoyed the story. The story gives us a message of kindness and thoughtfulness, not only towards human beings and animals, but also towards our planet. Planet Earth is the most precious gift to us from God. So let's appreciate it and reciprocate by saving our environment from global warming by simply following the 3 R's. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. Don't you already know this? I'm sure we all do. And yes, Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year to all. Stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Anaya. That was truly delightful. We really enjoyed it and message clearly received. Right, children? All right. Now,
Yes.
Christmas is the season of joy giving.
Something else. Can I say, Anaya?
Yes, please, Anaya.
So, you all must be thinking, why have I added global warming to a Christmas story? So let me tell you all. I have added global warming to my favorite Christmas story as the negative effects of global warming are slowly destroying our Earth. And after a few decades, if we don't find a solution to this problem, then our Earth will become a very uncomfortable place to live on. So, I took this opportunity to share my concern for global warming with you all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Now, can someone tell me what comes to your mind when you first think of Christmas?
Presents.
Presents and
Mom, Santa
Happiness.
children, no chorus answers.
Santa Claus.
Ma'am, slow.
I'm an idol.
Can we all raise our hands, please, one at a time? You all know no chorus answers. Someone said present, someone said Christmas tree. I heard snow. I wish it snowed here though. And what else? Yes, Khushi?
Santa Claus.
Happiness.
Santa. Fantastic.
Ma'am,
Yes,
happiness.
Santa.
Ma'am, happiness.
Santa, of course.
Of course. Do you think now Santa is going to visit us?
Yes.
Do you want him to visit us?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's all mute ourselves.
I want Santa
Let
to
us-
visit us, but I don't think Santa will visit us this year.
All right. If you want Santa to visit us, we must all mute ourselves right now and let's wait for Santa. Okay? Let's quickly mute ourselves.
Excuse me, ma'am. I have a question. Hi, Santa Claus.
Hello.
Oh, Merry Christmas, my dear children.
Hello,
Santa
Claus.
Hello, my dear children.
Santa Claus.
You're not the
Hello,
real Santa.
hello.
Santa Claus.
Okay, children.
If we don't keep quiet, how will Santa speak to us? You want him to talk to us. Can we please listen to him? Thank you.
Ma'am, is it real or not?
It's not.
The real one will come at 24th night.
Yes, but I'm visiting you a little earlier because I wanted to hear the stories that you've all been sharing. Okay? Don't worry, I will visit you in secret on the 24th night as well. Okay? All right, children. Yes, of course. But only if you're on the good list and not on my naughty list. Okay, so children, can you tell me, if we want to grow a flower or a plant, what do we need first?
A seed.
Seeds and
seed.
water.
Very good.
Seed and water.
Thank you, children.
Water, seed and water, sunlight.
Okay, thank you. But first,
Soil.
yes, we need a seed, right? A small little seed that might not look like much, but life comes from that very seed, right? It grows into a plant or a flower. Now, just like the seed, everything in this world wants to live and breathe. But what is happening instead? So many animals, plants, trees, sea creatures, and humans are dying due to the climatic changes caused by the misdeeds of human beings. It's not too late to save our Mother Earth, children. The biggest gift we have received is the gift of life and our Earth, including the environment around us. So the greatest gift we can give in return is our gratefulness or our gratitude and our care towards Mother Earth. Now let us help in restoring and healing the earth so that it can continue to give us all the wonderful gifts that it does. Children, have a hopeful and purposeful Christmas and a bright, impactful New Year. Okay? This is my love in regards to all of you. Now, I have a few questions to ask you. All right? I hope you are ready for them. Now, I spoke about climate change, right? And we also heard Anaya talking about climate change. So can you tell me, how is climate change affecting you? How is it a problem for you in your life? Does anybody have an answer?
Santa Claus.
Yes, go ahead.
So me, Khushi.
Kushi, yes, yes, my child. Tell me.
I think that from the global warming, ice is melting. So if more of ice is melting, and if glaciers melt, there could be a flood in West Bengal.
Of course, very good point. And if a big flood comes, what will happen to
All the
all of
house
you?
will be destroyed, and
will be destroyed, and we won't be able to live to get presents or even see our presents.
Yes, exactly. No presents at all. But more than presents, we need to survive, right? Our life is in danger, right? Yes. Okay. Now I want to ask you, how do you care for the earth every day? Is there anything you do?
yes, ma. Yes, Santa.
Yes.
Okay, good. Yes,
I
tell me.
have grown many trees. I have grown many plants in my balcony.
Oh, very good, very
I
good.
have also grown.
All right,
I also.
good job, good job.
Saved electricity.
Oh, you save electricity. Good.
I've also grew
I have grown many plants in my balcony, and I save electricity.
Ma'am, we
Okay,
use
that's
less air
wonderful.
conditioners.
Children,
You have to
I,
let Santa speak. Okay, I think we get the
yes,
picture. Children, let's allow Santa to complete what he's saying.
yes, I might be Santa Claus, but I cannot hear everything all the time at
Yeah.
the same time.
His
Okay?
magic ends there. So you have to
Yes.
come one at a time.
Okay, my last question for you all. For this Christmas and this New Year,
Alana, please be quiet.
for this Christmas and this New Year, what promise or what gift can you give Mother Nature, Mother
Santa,
Earth?
can I say?
Santa, can I say?
You will not
Santa,
unmute
can I
yourself,
say?
children. Children, you will not
Okay.
unmute yourself. We can see your raised hands. Santa will pick someone. Once your name is called out, please unmute yourself and speak. Not before that, please.
Okay, can I ask Nibras?
I have not done garbage in my neighborhood.
You will not throw garbage in your neighborhood?
Yes,
Okay,
I have cleaned.
okay, very good. Does that mean you will throw garbage in another neighborhood?
No, I throw the garbage in the dustbin,
Okay, very good,
Ma'am, I
Nibras,
will
very good.
recycle
and
the.
I have said everyone to not throw garbage in the road.
Okay, very good, Nibras. I hope you continue to do that every day in the new year. Okay, thank you very much, children. It was a wonderful pleasure to meet all of you. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Ho, ho,
Merry Christmas and
ho.
Happy New Year, Merry Christmas.
Thank you, children. Thank you.
Merry Christmas, Santa Claus. Christmas,
All right.
Okay.
Okay, children.
Okay.
Thank you. Santa Claus has heard all your wishes. Thank you. Okay. How many of you are ready for a quiz? We all keep playing quizzes, learning everything, revising everything we have learned. So are you ready for
Yes, ma'am.
a
Unless you're
quiz?
quiet, you can't begin.
So I'm assuming everybody is ready for a quiz.
And we all are
Okay.
ready.
Rule number 1. See, the rules for the quiz is very simple. They're extremely simple. The rule number 1 and the most important rule is where all of you need to keep yourselves on mute, right? You cannot unmute yourself. You cannot answer in chorus. And you surely cannot answer out of turn. If your name is not being called out, you cannot answer, right? So when the question is being asked, I will point out and I will ask, I will take a child's name and you will answer. Only that child will answer, okay? And I will try and give everybody chance. All right. Is that clear? So what is the other rule that you need to follow? What do you actually need to do? You just need to identify the Christmas carol. All of us sing Christmas carols, right? During Christmas. Yes? So what you need to do is when you listen to the carol, you need to identify the Christmas carol. And immediately what are you going to do? You're going to raise your hand. You're not going to unmute yourself. You will raise your hand and then I'm going to ask you. Okay? Ready? Can we have the quiz, please?
Yeah.
Yes.
Unmute. Mute yourself. Okay. Raise your hand. Quickly raise your hand. Don't answer. Quickly raise your hand. I will ask someone to answer. Shivranjani? Is Shivranjani there? Will you quickly tell me which carol is this? Is Shivranjani there? I think she got disconnected. How about Shruti? I can see Shruti is raising her hand.
Ma'am, is it Jingle Bells song?
Do you think it is Jingle Bells?
Ma'am, yes.
Okay, let's see. Let's watch. Oh no, it's Deck the Halls. Let's move on to the next one. Good try though. Can someone try? Veer, I can see Veer has raised his hand.
This
time
it will be Jingle Bells?
Jingle Bells again.
I think so it is.
You think it is Jingle Bells. Anyone else?
Everyone's favorite is Jingle Bells only.
Anyone else wants to give it a try? Thinks it's some other carol? No? Jingle Bells? Okay, let's see.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Silent Night. How come you all could not recognize Silent Night?
God.
Okay. One more question. I'm sure you all will get the next one.
I know it.
Raise your hand.
Ma'am, can I say Mehak?
Raise your hand. No answering out of turn. Raise your hand. Let's give someone a chance who has not answered, right? How about Malishka? I can see Malishka's hand is raised.
Ma'am, we wish you a Merry Christmas.
Do you think it's we wish you a
Ma'am,
Merry
I know.
Christmas? Let's try someone else.
Ma'am, can I try
What did I tell you? What have teachers been telling you, children? You need to be quiet. Ma'am can see your raised hands. Once she calls out your name, then you unmute yourself and speak.
Srinjini?
Yes, ma'am. Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad. Okay, let's see.
Correct. He's correct.
Navidad it is. One more question, okay? So this is going to be the last
I
question.
thought it is Feliz Navidad.
You should have said then. Okay, very good. Let's go on to the next one. The last question for the quiz.
This one only I got right.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle
Jingle bells.
bells.
And this is Jingle Bells.
Jingle bells.
Jingle Bells. Jingle Bells.
Lovely. So everyone answered the question. Everyone was able to identify the carol. That is fantastic. So everyone knows Jingle Bells very well. Good. Great. Okay.
Because it is a nursery poem.
Okay. I hope all of you had fun today. And with this, we come to the end of our little program that we organized for all of you today. I would request Ma'am Sarkar, our coordinator, to take over.
That was wonderful to say the least. You know, I have always felt that books and experiences, they go hand in hand. One of you, I think, unmuted yourself and your family, they are speaking. So if you can please. Thank you. You're still unmuted, one of you. Please mute yourself. Okay, thank you. Yes, as I was saying, you know, I've always felt that books and experiences, they go hand in hand. Together, they make us the person that we are. In fact, they complete us in every imaginable way, just as you complete us, students. What you do for us is priceless. So, as you are grateful to all your educators, you know, you're constantly told you need to be thankful for what your parents do for you, what your teachers do for you. Today, I would like to tell you, we teachers are extremely thankful for all the color and joy that you bring into our lives. On that note of thankfulness, I would like to thank our principal, our vice principal, for their unique ideas and very, very specific and helpful guidance. The uninterrupted dedication of the teachers and their praiseworthy collaboration with your wonderful parents have made our dreams become a reality. On that note, I would like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a healthy and happy New Year to all of you here. Good afternoon, everyone, and God bless.
Excuse me, ma'am. Merry Christmas, ma'am. Happy New Year.
Thank you. I accept wishes from all of you.
Happy New Year,
All wish
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, ma'am. Merry Christmas, ma'am, and a Happy New Year.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Happy New Year, ma'am.
Happy New Year, ma'am.